Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Deckin Around Deck Specs. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Aqua Deck from MakePlayingCards.com. But before we jump into it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And ring the bell.
So Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about this deck?
This is the Invisible Aqua Deck by MPC. It was recently funded on Kickstarter and it got a tremendous amount of support. It's an unspecified print run and it retails for $19.50. We have no idea what stock it is, obviously.
Could be maybe some old recycled soda bottles there.
That's possible. Thin crushed soda bottles.
There you go. I love it.
So here's the tuck box. Tuck box is also made out of thin plastic. As you can see, it has the king of, I think it's hearts on the back.
It looked like it, yeah. A little
Yeah,
tough to
it's hard
tell.
to say if it's hearts or
Yeah, I
spades
think it
or
is the hearts there, yeah.
yeah. Now, the one thing when I do open up these decks, I usually don't handle them too much because I like to see how they handle straight out of the box. But I was going to the beach and I had to take it there and play with it. So, this has a little bit of wear on it, but out of the box, brand new, it fans, spreads, handles amazing, surprisingly. It's a little chunky now, but out of the box, it handles like a dream, which was very surprising. After getting it wet with salt water and sand and all that, it definitely does scratch up. But it still handles well, just not you know the best for fanning anymore. And as you can see, you really have to hold it at an angle to see what card it is at all.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically a novelty deck with very little or no usefulness.
Yeah, I mean, like it's definitely a deck that you can practice cardistry with, and practice like I guess palming and simple things like that, where you can just practice the moves. But it's overall kind of use is
Yeah, pretty limited. I mean,
pretty slim. It doesn't, yeah.
take you like 45 minutes to play like one hand of poker because everyone would be trying to figure out what cards they have.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. I was trying to put them back in order for the deck specs, and I was like, yeah, I give up.
I mean, no one would know. It's invisible.
Yeah, no, it didn't even matter. So it's funny because unless the light hits it perfectly, it wouldn't even focus on it. It took
Yeah.
me probably 3 or 4 tries just to get the video. But as you can see, it's a little blurry, but
As you could see or
uh, you
maybe not see, the
yeah,
fan.
exactly. It
Yeah.
focuses, but it definitely doesn't fan after it gets scuffed up a little bit. But other than that, it handles pretty nicely still.
Yeah, and I saw it a couple times before you had dropped it in the ocean. And when you had fanned
Yeah,
it, and it fanned surprisingly well for a PVC or
yeah,
plastic deck. I was actually genuinely shocked by that, especially because I was expecting this to be a 100% useless deck, not a
yeah.
95% useless deck. So,
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you could definitely use it for practicing and throwing it. You can practice throwing it. You can practice, with the moves, sleight of hand wise, cardistry, and I mean that's probably if you want, you can glue them together and you have some cardistry trainers.
yeah,
Yeah,
feels like that would be a lot of work just for cardistry trainers.
it's
Uh,
a lot of work, man.
yeah, but it's an interesting deck for sure. And you know what I have to say, I think NPC did a really good job with the
Yeah,
campaign as well, and they really obviously they gained the support. While it's a novelty deck, it was novelty enough for enough people to back it. So good on them.
yeah. I'll be honest. I think it's a cool deck for everybody to pick up just so they can see how cool it is. You know, I guess if you want to play in the bathtub, cool. But other than
Oh
that,
my god.
it's a cool deck to have in your collection just to say you have it.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I would have liked to
Yeah.
be able to see them do something where it was still a clear deck, but you could like hide the values and make them visible on the front end a little better. But I think that's asking a lot for what it actually is. Uh,
Yeah, agreed.
eh.
Totally agree.
Well, thanks everyone for checking out this episode of Deckin Around Deck Specs. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We drop these videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Make sure to check out the Aqua Deck at your favorite Murphy's Magic retailer.
Peace.